everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Erongo Talk. It's Monday, it's a brand new week with some new opportunities. My name is Leandrea Louw, and today I join you from the Raft Restaurant here in Walvis Bay. Now, as usual, I'm going to bring you some news, weather and tides, and our interview for today is with Derick Mokgatle, who is the managing director of Searail. Now, he's going to tell us about the benefits of the Botswana Dry Port facility right here in Walvis Bay. So don't move an inch, we'll be right back after this. And now it's time for your news, brought to you from the Raft Restaurant here in Walvis Bay. Now, the beach at Pelican Point near Walvis Bay and other beaches along the central Namibian coast where there are several Cape Fur seal colonies are littered with the fetuses of aborted Cape Fur seals. Now, local and international experts are extremely concerned about the situation and is investigating the cause. Now, according to Dr. Tess Gridley of the Namibia Dolphin Project, Cape Fur seals are among the most abundant marine mammals on the coast of South Africa and Namibia, where they are endemic. Now, during the peak of the whelping season, which is from mid-November to early December, the seal cows gives birth to thousands of pups almost simultaneously. Now, this year, however, an exceptionally high number of emaciated females were observed on land in Namibia. Now, hundreds, if not thousands, of pregnancies have terminated, the NDP said. Now, this was first seen by Derick L from the Ocean Conservation Namibia, who noticed some dead seal fetuses in late August and early September. Now, some deaths are not uncommon, but last week I saw hundreds of fetuses in one day at Pelican Point, and the alarm bells went off, he said. Now, he estimates the number of fetuses he saw at Pelican Point between 6 and 8 October stands at over 350. He now claims to have counted more than 5,000 fetuses from the air. He also said that some adult animals have perished on the beach. Now, the increase in deaths is far higher than normal and extremely worrying for both local and international experts. But you can definitely read more on the story, because they're also asking for the assistance of the public. If you are along the beach or going to the beach and if you see anything, there's a form that you can download from the Namibia Dolphin Project's Facebook page, where you can tick off the information that they are requesting. Now, further, moving on. Now, a small wooden vessel named Lily sunk in the shallow waters of the recreational anchorage area close to the Walvis Bay waterfront on Friday morning at about 7:40. Now, Justina Evalunas, the acting executive for commercial services at the Namibia Ports Authority in Namport, confirmed this. Now, Evalunas said that the vessel, a wooden double-mast boat, was tied up on a mooring and seemed to have sprung a leak on her keel whilst moored. Now, Lily subsequently took on too much water and settled on the shallow seabed beneath her. The vessel was unoccupied at the time of the incident and has no consequence on any surrounding vessels or on navigation. Now, according to the port engineer Elsa Gelderbloem, there was no pollution or debris evident from the scene, and indications are that all fuel tanks are empty. Now, investigation has commenced to determine the cause of the incident, and details will be released in due course. Now, the wreckage is currently being removed by the owner as per the port's authorities' instructions. Now, according to an article which appeared in the Allgemeine Zeitung on 7 April, Beata Schwippert and Gunther Hertz, a German couple who chose Namibia as their home country more than 20 years ago, arrived with Lily in Walvis Bay in 2011 after an 8-month-long journey over the Atlantic Ocean from Germany. But I'm not going to tell you about this interesting history, that Lily has, so I'm encouraging you to please go read it on our website at www.erongo.com.na. And then finally, after complaints surfaced that the sewage has been overflowing and blocked for quite some time in Marubu Street, Quisapmont, the municipality said that this blockage usually occurs when the main sewer line on Volstray Street experiences a blockage. Now, a video surfaced where someone was calling on the municipality to please come and assist with the sewage problem. Now, according to the municipality, the Volstray Street main sewer line is where Maruba, Aasvoel and Leopold Street sewer lines are linked to and flow through to the nearby cemetery pump station in the vicinity. When such blockage occurs, it causes sewer backflows which will unfortunately surface at any possible lowest point, as is the case in the houses in Maruba Street. Now, a couple of houses on Maruba Street are located at the lowest level of the system due to their foundation construction, and thus sewer tends to surface mostly out of manholes located on these properties. Now, as the middle block sewer system is positioned on the street. Now, the municipality said that the cause and magnitude of the blockage determines the time it requires to clear, and this results in sewer overflow from the manholes. Now, currently we do not have records of weekly sewer blockage in the area. However, the main cause of sewer overflow experienced in Walvis Bay is mainly due to sewer system abuse. Now, the municipality says that residents dump and deposit foreign solid objects such as fat, oil, grease, cutlery, unwanted clothing and bags, face cloths, bricks, tins of food and drinks, as well as personal hygiene products, to mention a few that do not belong in a sewer system. Now, sewer lines are not designed to handle this type of debris. As a result, these objects clog up and obstruct the sewer flow, causing severe blockages and eventually overflow. But we've added a few pictures on our story, on the article, on our website at www.erongo.com.na, where you can clearly see the debris that the municipality always removes from these drains. But you can definitely read more about this. I'm not going to give everything away to you today. So please go check out our website at www.erongo.com.na, or you can even go to our Facebook page and just click on the link that is provided with the stories. So that's all for your news for today.
I am in the company of Mr. Derick Mokgatle, the Acting Managing Director for Searail, Botswana. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you, Otis. How are you?
I'm good, and thank you for allowing us to have a chat with you. Mr. Mokgatle, tell me about the establishment of your facility.
Okay, thank you very much, Otis, and welcome to Botswana Dry Port. Basically, this facility is called Botswana Dry Port because it was born of an agreement between the government of Botswana and Namport.
Yes.
In 2009. The government of Botswana leased a piece of land here, measuring 36,233 square meters,
yes.
Basically for the purpose of running a dry port facility.
Yes.
So after that agreement was done, around 2013, a company, Searail Botswana, was created and incorporated in Namibia, basically as a special purpose vehicle,
yes,
to develop and operate the dry port facility on behalf of the government of Botswana. But basically before then, the government of Botswana, through the Ministry of Transport and Communications in Botswana, appointed Botswana Railways,
yes,
to do this development. And then Botswana Railways created Searail Botswana as the subsidiary,
yes,
to be domiciled in Namibia and develop and operate the dry port facility.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mr. Mokgatle, what makes your facility special?
Basically, the facilities within the port, like I said, it's close to the quayside. It's very safe and secure because within the port, entry into the port is not so easy,
yes,
because of the strict security of Namport, as well as exit. So, you know, the security for cargo when it is at Botswana Dry Port is doubled, in the sense that at Botswana Dry Port we have got our own security measures that
yes,
are in place.
Yes.
And then again, for cargo to exit out of Botswana Dry Port, it has to go through 2 gates. checkpoints.
Yes.
That is first at the Botswana Dry Port gate, then the Namport gate.
Yes.
For cargo to exit. So that's the security measures that we are talking about.
Wow.
Again, the Walvis Bay port is really connected to various corridors leading up to other SADC countries in the region.
Yes.
The Walvis Bay port is not congested as compared to other ports in the region. And turnaround times for vessels to offload cargo here at the port of Walvis Bay is much quicker than other ports in the region. So that makes this route very efficient for trade or for all SADC countries. And the dry port facility might have been an agreement between Botswana and Namport, but it basically serves the rest of SADC, just like the port of Walvis Bay. So we are open to saving, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and other SADC countries in the region. Yeah.
Mr. Mokgatle, how much funds was pumped into developing this facility up to now?
Okay, up to now, including the current developments, we would have spent plus or minus 60 million Namibian dollars developing this facility. You can imagine we got this facility as just bare land.
Yes.
And then we developed it from scratch, starting with earthworks and paving the whole facility, the whole 36 hectares. We had to pave it. We developed this administration building, and then we are also putting in other infrastructure within the facility. We have put in refurb plug-in points.
Yes.
We are now constructing a 3,000 square meter warehouse.
Wow.
Yeah.
In terms of the types of cargo you are handling and have handled, can you briefly elaborate on that?
Yes. At the beginning, we were popular with vehicles imported from the UK, going to various countries in the region.
Yes.
So we do have space for vehicles here, 300 parking bays.
Wow.
That is used for parking Ro-Ro vehicles.
Yes.
Basically imports from the UK.
Yes.
We handle break bulk. We handle containers. So we have handled all types of break bulk here.
Yes.
Cement, timber, and other commodities, basically. Containers, we also have the capability to handle all types of containers. So that is what we handle here. In terms of commodities themselves, if there is nothing special, and if the port allows, the port of Walvis Bay allows for cargo to be, you can handle it at the dry port facility.
You, for instance, handled a massive cargo of bridge components. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, basically that was one of our big achievements to date. We handled bridge parts for the Mohembo Bridge project in Botswana. That was basically cargo coming in one chartered vessel, comprising of big out of gauge and smaller pieces and pallets.
Yes.
It was over 10,000 cubic meters of cargo.
Sure.
We had to bring it to the dry port facility from the quayside and stage it here, and later ferry it to Mohembo with trucks. We used almost 230 trucks to move it up to Mohembo.
Wow.
So it was a massive project that demonstrated our capability to handle projects for the region. So basically we believe it will take our name out there to handle even bigger and bigger projects going forward.
Yes.
It also promoted the port of Walvis Bay because initially, It was to be shipped through Durban.
Okay.
But we had to, demonstrate our capability, and eventually it came this side.
Wow.
Yeah.
In terms of any upcoming developments, what's happening currently in your dry port?
Okay. We recently commissioned a reefer station.
Yes.
That was in December 2019, comprising 48 plug-in points. So basically, reefer containers can be plugged into our facility,
Yes.
here at our facility, or reefer trucks. So we added to our portfolio of commodities, perishables.
Yes.
That is, we can now handle fish,
Wow.
beef, fruits and vegetables.
Wow.
Through this facility. We are currently now constructing a storage shed.
Yes.
3,000 square meters within the facility. It's just about to be completed. I'll show you around after
Yes.
this. It's suitable for higher value commodities, your copper, less than container loads. If cargo, if say Otis and myself want to order some parts from abroad,
Yes.
and each one of us cannot fill up a container, we can consolidate, put it into one container. When it arrives in Walvis Bay,
Yes.
it will be split,
Yes.
unpacked from the container, put in a warehouse. If Otis is ready to collect these parts, he can come and collect.
Yes.
If I'm ready, I can come and collect. So that is what we call less than container loads.
Yeah.
We can handle all types of sensitive cargo that requires to be stored under roof, basically.
Yes.
It can serve as a distribution center for manufacturing industries around the country and within the region. So, yeah, it will serve a very big role.
Yes.
For the dry port. It's also infrastructure that adds to the entire infrastructure available at the port. To make Walvis Bay a hub of logistics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. So in terms of spin-offs for the locals and for the economy of Namibia, what does this facility bring to the table? What would you say?
Firstly, in terms of the development itself, you can imagine it's the development by the government of Botswana.
Yes.
So obviously, foreign direct investment came into the country.
Yes.
To date, we have spent over 70 million in Namibia.
Yes.
That includes the infrastructure, that includes the equipment that we bought for this facility. Talking about equipment, we have got our own reach stacker, we have got our own side loader to move containers, we have got our own forklift.
Yes.
So that is amongst the investment that we put in here. You talk of employment, we have a complement of 23 people. We currently have a headcount of 7. We are a growing company. We are still to grow and employ more people. When we do trade, it's the facility, it's other value chain stakeholders like clearing agents,
Yes.
like the port itself,
Truckers.
like transporters, So all of these people play a role whenever there is cargo to be moved through the dry port. So basically, transporters and agents are basically Namibian locals.
Yes.
Who are benefiting through the dry port facility.
What would your message be to SADC member countries?
Thank you very much. The dry port is here. It's now fully developed. It caters for under roof storage. It caters for open storage. It has got a huge amount of space to even handle project cargo, large amounts of cargo. can be staged here at one place. It's secure. The routes leading up to Walvis Bay are quite secure as well. We don't have those kind of things that happen in other regions.
Yes.
So basically, let's start taking advantage of the port of Walvis Bay, the efficiencies it brings about. It is not congested. The speed with which we can bring your cargo to your destination is unparalleled in the region. So basically, this is the safest and most efficient route in the region.
Wow.
And we would like to encourage all cargo owners around the region that infrastructure is there to securely stage their cargo and distribute it throughout the region and vice versa for export. This is a place where if you bring in say for example copper from wherever in the region, we will containerize it here, prepare it for export by the ship.
Yes.
So we can do all kinds of value-added services here.
Yes.
That will eventually reduce costs to you as the cargo owner or the shipper.
Okay.
So cost effectiveness also, our rates are much competitive as compared to the region. And transport cost as well. We have got leverage to negotiate with transporters because we consolidate cargo here. Therefore, we have the ability to attract very competitive rates in terms of transport.
Okay.
So basically this is the route to go for the future of Searail.
Wow.
Yeah.
And finally, how have the COVID pandemic impacted your business?
COVID has come and it will pass. It's one of those challenges that hit the globe.
Yes.
Sort of it took us all by surprise. So we are managing the situation by adhering to all the health protocols. But in terms of saving our clients, it's business as usual. We are ready to handle any cargo if it comes our way. COVID has hit us because the volumes are not as what we expected at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
The volumes have really gone down, but we expect them to start picking up as the economies around the region start picking up as well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mokgatle.
Thank you very much. It's my
Add us on Facebook and search for us on YouTube.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter.
Contact us via WhatsApp. Our daily show starts with the Afrikaans program Soggens met Shaal, perfect for the Afrikaans lovers.
Then it's time for the women's magazine program, The Mid-Morning Breeze with Olivia.
And for the youngsters and game fanatics, join Cody on the 3 to 6 drive. West Coast FM, your host at the coast.
Now it's time for your weather and tides. Now, what's awesome about the raft is I'm literally sitting on the ocean. How cool is that? So if you haven't been here, please do come make a turn. So for our tides, we had high tide this morning at 5 minutes to 5, low tide at 11:15. High tide will be at 9 minutes past 5 this evening, and then low tide will be at 13 minutes past 11 tonight. Now your best fishing time for today is already past, unfortunately. So it was between 20 minutes past 10 to 11:15. Now for your weather and for your temperatures for Walvis Bay, we had sunrise this morning at 26 minutes past 6. Sunset will be at 10 minutes past 7 this evening. Now these are more or less your sunrise and sunset times for all the major towns here in the Erongo region. Now a maximum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius is expected for today in Walvis Bay with a west-southwest wind. And then for tomorrow, a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius. Then for Swakopmund, a maximum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius is expected for today, also with a west-southwest wind direction. And then for tomorrow, your minimum temperature will be 12 degrees Celsius with a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius. Then for Antis Bay, maximum temperature for today is 19 degrees Celsius with a south-south-west wind. And then for tomorrow, a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius. Now I'm moving on to Aranda's. Maximum temperature for today is a very hot 33 degrees Celsius with a southwesterly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 27 degrees Celsius. For Usakos, also a very, very hot 40 degrees Celsius is expected for today with a southerly wind. And then for tomorrow, a minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 37 degrees Celsius. And then for Karibub, maximum temperature for today is 38 degrees Celsius with a south-southeasterly wind. And then for tomorrow, a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 37 degrees Celsius. And then for Omaruru, for today, a maximum temperature of 39 degrees Celsius is expected for today with a north-northwesterly wind. And then for tomorrow, a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 38 degrees Celsius. Now that's your weather and tides for today and tomorrow. Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of this episode of Erongo Talk, but you can still check out all our articles of what's happening here in the region at www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na. You can also follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, or say hi to us, or let us know what's happening in your town here in the region at 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040. Now, if you haven't answered that pop-up question, now is your time to do so, because you can win $1,000 off on your next holiday accommodation. But you need to be at the Namibian Tourism Expo, which is scheduled to take place from the 4th to the 7th of November in Windhoek. Also happening in November is our annual holiday supplement, where we tell you what's happening here at the coast. You can also let us know if you want to advertise in the holiday supplement at 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040, and we'll definitely get back to you. Now, I had an absolutely lovely time here at the Raft Restaurant, so please make sure that you also come pop in, have a drink, have some pizza, or whatever the case may be. Let's support local businesses. And then another thing, let's please take care of ourselves. It doesn't mean because the state of emergency has ended that we can jollifications. So let's take care of ourselves. The only way we can totally get rid of COVID is if we take care of ourselves and we take care of each other. So until tomorrow, my colleague Otis Daniels will join you since it's Erongo Day. So until then, bye.